Wine, Food, and Art Festival will be held this Saturday, March 30th at the Cars Plus showroom in Mighty. Joining me now with all of the details are the Edward M. Calvo Cancer Foundation event is, of course, event chairman Jennifer Calvo and planning committee member Eli Monge. Welcome.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Well, welcome to the show. And now, as I mentioned, you know, the Cancer Foundation has done so much for the community. Can you kind of explain your mission and how it all started?
The mission of the Cancer Foundation, the Edward M. Calvo Cancer Foundation, is to provide assistance to local cancer patients. So we started the foundation in 2004 after my grandfather passed away from cancer. Since then, we've been providing financial assistance to local cancer patients. We currently give about $20,000 a month in assistance, so about over 30 patients per month, over about 350 patients per year.
Wow.
So we've been doing this almost 15 years. We're very grateful for the support of the community, and this event coming up this Saturday is our kind of signature fundraiser. This is, you know, the biggest fundraiser for us, so we're hoping that the community will support it and just allow us to continue to sustain our mission.
Definitely.
And we wanted to start this foundation because a lot of families don't have the abilities and even the finances to get out there. So 15 years ago, we wanted to give back to the community, and the best way was for us to do these fundraisers. And it just really helps out these families when they're trying to buy their airline ticket and get a hotel or even pay for the hospital. This really helps them out a lot. So.
Right, definitely. And I know cancer is something that's also very difficult for the families, and it's good to know that there are people in the community giving back and lending a helping hand. So tell us more about this event. I know it is your signature event. It is all about wine and food and art, which we mentioned. Well, what does that art component have to do with this? I know I did paint a photo last year. So can you tell us more about the art side?
Yes, the art auction is kind of, you know, the feature of the event. The theme or the concept is basically for each artist that we select to create artwork that represents their interpretation of the foundation slogan, which is Guam is Good. Guam is Good are some words that my grandfather, his parting words that he shared with his mother, my great-grandmother, right before he passed away. We've also adopted that as the foundation slogan. And since then, Eli will talk a little bit more about this event and just how it's really kind of taken on a life of its own and really kind of symbolizes how the community comes together and we just, you know, people are able to help each other out. So for the art show, we have each artist who, our panel is, consists of public servants, business people, media personalities as well. So it's, we always get a very diverse collection of artwork. Mm-hmm. The beautiful thing about the slogan is that Guam is good means something different to everyone.
Definitely.
So the auction or, the art show component really just kind of reinvents itself every year. We have, we've had, some sunset paintings or photos, different landscapes, food, people. So, I mean, the great thing is it's basically like a new kind of art show every year because it's just kind of, open to multiple interpretations.
Right, so unique, just like Guam.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And speaking of all of the unique things that Guam has to offer, I mean, I drew plumerias because it always reminds me of, like, I don't know, something beautiful on Guam, right? And speaking of all of those unique things, I know Guam also has a unique variety of food and vendors that will also be at the event. Eli, can you talk about that?
We were lucky enough in the last 9 years to, or going on 9 years this Saturday, to partner up with amazing restaurants. Just like Mr. Calvo, Grandpa, he loved food, he loved wines, and this was a perfect kind of event to celebrate him, his life and what he gave to Guam, and also to give back to the people that are really sick. And I want to first and foremost give definitely a shout out to all the restaurants: Guam Barbecue, Kadu, Kitchen Lingo, Crust, Coconut Tree, Boca Box, Proa, Mezcla, Coffee Salute, Doucette, Onadera, 3 Squares, and we added a new component is the Guam Brewery. We're adding a whole the left side of Cars Plus, the showroom is going to be all the Guam Brewery's beers matching and pairing with some of the foods.
Wow, that's really exciting. So not only can you get good food, good wine, but also good beer.
Yeah, of course. And the thing is about the restaurants that they take pride in this event. Every single year they outdo themselves. The food is 5 stars. It's just top notch, and it pairs with every single types of wine that we bring in. And we want to thank Island Beverage and IWS for helping too and donating some of the wines. You know, the wines the profile of the wines that we have there are anywhere between 85 to even 100 points rating if you're into wines. And there's really good wines, and not just the wines itself, but it's the art. People, you know, after a couple of drinks, they start doing a silent auction, and we've sold, you know, artwork up to like almost what, $1,500, $2,000 per art, and we raise a lot of money, and 100% of what we raise goes right back to the patients. We don't take a dime for anything. All the work that we do, it's pro bono, and again, we do it for good cause.
Right, definitely. Anything else we can expect? I know it's going on 9 years, and there's a lot to offer.
Yeah, I think, well, the only, there's a couple of new things to share. Where the main kind of problem, which is a great problem to have, is that the event has grown every year. So, you know, there's been less and less elbow room every year. So this year, because of the growing crowd, we actually, you know, the kind of necessitated expansion into the second room. So we're actually using both showrooms at Cars Plus, which will be great. Like Eli said, we'll be featuring the Guam Brewery in the Jeep showroom, which is kind of the new side.
Nice.
So we're really excited about that.
And the cool thing is also, Jenny just brought that up, is that 3 Squares is going to be partnering up with Guam Brewery and pairing some of the beers. And also, I just got a WhatsApp right before this event that Lenny from Cudu's in Kitchelingo, he's doing some pickled little dishes for the beers as well.
Oh my gosh, yum. I cannot stress enough how excited I am about this event. So where should people go if they want to buy a ticket? What's the best place to buy?
Tickets are sold at the EMC Cancer Foundation office in Agana. That's on the 2nd floor above Cup and Saucer, and then also at Cars Plus in Mighty.
Right, and again, just wrapping it up here, what would you say, why is Guam good? And again, why should people show up to this event?
You guys go first.
Okay. Well, I guess from the family perspective, I think for us, Guam is good because it's, you know, like I said, those are my grandfather's parting words. You know, it's something that's special and sentimental to us. But also, I mean, it's just that, you know, we've been doing this, like I said, for 15 years, and we couldn't do it without the generosity of the community. And we've been able to kind of keep his legacy alive, which was one, I think, of generosity. And, you know, he just had a huge heart. So, you know, we're grateful to be able to do that. And, you know, like Eli said, also, all of the funds that we raise go directly to local cancer patients. And we'd like to continue to do that.
Definitely. Eli, anything else?
And then, you know, Guam is good because everybody gets together, and we have a lot of sponsors that, you know, we can't name them all right now. We want to thank all the monetary sponsors that help out. And people get together no matter what companies they own. They come, they get together, and they make this night happen. So I want to thank everybody.
Perfect. So again, do not forget to attend this event this Saturday. We'll be right back after the break.